And I think we got them at a vulnerable moment on a Friday afternoon. Anyway, they opened the door for us. And in 1989, we did our first big project, which was a marsh reclamation project. There was no marsh there then. It had all been filled in. And the city stepped up and did the work. And they cleaned it all out, dug it all out, and this thing looked like a war zone. I mean, there were no wildflowers around here like this, no grass. It was all just dug out, big tracks everywhere, and we were so worried, you know. But then the city just went ahead and built a boardwalk. And they didn't have a whole bunch of money to do it with either. And they did it just every way they could. And I want you to know that Mr. Sultanfuss over here, Larry, he ran out, I think he burned up several circular saws making that boardwalk. Thank you, Larry, also. Hey, Larry. Thank you, sir. And I'll bet you Chris Turk is back at the office working hard, but he was the man who actually designed the boardwalk and oversaw construction. He was just terrific. And the City of Boerne ended up with what Parks and Wildlife magazine called one of the 10 best boardwalks in the state. And this thing has been wonderful. Children have been able to come out here and do hands-on work and understand what a wetland is. He's been doing that for 20 years. However, 20 years is hard on a boardwalk, and the thing was falling apart. And so the city, with the most recent bond election that had some funds for parks, stepped up once more. And this time, we've got a terrific boardwalk here, made with some materials that are green materials that are going to last a long time. We're so excited about it. This spring-fed marsh is also going to be reshaped some in the future, so it acts more like a marsh. Some of it will be spilling over in here like it used to many years ago. So there's a really neat reclamation project going on with the marsh too. So before we cut the ribbon, what I want you to, how we're going to do this is there's going to be a couple remarks, and then when the ribbon's cut, we're going to let the kids go through to the marsh first and start their project. Then I invite the rest of you to stroll through and see what the boardwalk really does when kids are there and they're having their activity, okay? So I want to thank Jacques Dubose, Mayor Pro Tem, who's here to say a few words. Jacques.
All right. Well, thank you. Welcome. I'm glad to see you here today on behalf of the City of Boerne and the City Council, and also the Chamber who's participating in this. We're glad to see you here. Come out to this boardwalk and this dedication of the new boardwalk. We're here to officially reopen it. I'd like to recognize some of my colleagues. Mr. Rob Ziegler is here. Thanks for coming out, Rob. I believe Bob is here. Bob Manning in the back there. And Bob actually represents this district. This is in his district, so it's fitting that he's here also. And so just what I'd like to do is have some of the, I don't know if there's some of the chamber board members and some of the ambassadors. We usually have ribbon cuttings. Just acknowledge them because these folks are taking time out of their day and from work to come out, and we know it's a lot of kids are out of school and it's a battle of flowers, so we're glad that you made a sacrifice and came out here to the Nature Center and to the City Park for this. So we'll start with where's some of the ambassadors at? Raise your hands. Back here in the back, you guys. Go ahead.
I'm Rusty Metter. I'm with Boerne Business Monthly. I'm an ambassador with the Chamber.
Jody Harper, Texas Heritage Bank.
Matt Stackhouse, ABC Home and Commercial Passive.
Patty Timblin, Ye Kindle Inn Conference Center and Limestone Grill.
Hi, I'm Deanna Meyer with Riverview Nursing and Rehabilitation here in Boerne on the corner.
Next.
Ambassadors.
Okay, here we go.
I'm MJ Slater with GVTC, and I'm also on the Boerne Board of Directors, and thank you for what you do. This is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
And some of the city staff, I'd just like to acknowledge them for being here today with Oliver, if you want to.
Oliver Mueller with the city, purchasing.
Larry Woods, at Convention Visitors Bureau.
Anybody?
I'd also like to acknowledge the board of directors and other city staff back here. Can you say who you are? We appreciate it.
Steve Rogers on the board of the Friends of Cibolo Wilderness.
Nash Hardman on the board of Friends of Cibolo Wilderness. And I'm Mike Morton on the board as well.
And Lucinda Velowick, also on the board.
President.
Hi, Jeff Thompson, Assistant City Manager.
Larry Sultanfuss, Electric Department. Don Bergman, Parks Department.
Tom Inglet, I'm on the board of the Friends of Cibolo.
All right, and at this time, I'm going to let Carolyn say a few remarks, and then she'll introduce our city manager.
I just want to say thank you to you all for being here. I want to thank my volunteers. Y'all raise your hands, all you volunteers at the Cibolo Nature Center that are here making this possible. Thank you all. And the Cibolo Nature Center staff, would y'all raise your hands and say hey? We've got a lot of folks working very hard to make this place happen every day, and I just want to say how grateful we are that it's possible for these kids to be here, and I bet they're ready to go to the boardwalk, aren't you? Yes. Okay, let's cut the ribbon.